Hi, how are you? Hello, everybody. My name is Caleb Thompson, and today I will be showing you how to navigate your professional portfolio and how to create it from scratch when you use your personal Google Drive account. So as you can see, up here, this is how it might look when you are completed with the process. I just wanted to go through these categories right here. You see suggested, folders, and files. So this suggested up top is going to show any recent files that may have been uploaded, any files that may have been shared with you over the past week, past month, whatever time frame. So the suggested is more so just going to show you the recent activity of what's been going on in your drive. The main thing that you guys want to be focusing on is what we have right here, which says CDA PP folder. I'm going to click on that, and you can see in here it says folders. This says J through A. Sometimes what Google Drive does is it will have your folders in descending order. In order to change that, you can just click this and reverse the sort direction, and you will now see it from folders A through J. And when you're creating your own, if you just have the letter, there's a good chance that it will just automatically be in alphabetical order. And then if we go in these folders, we can see that there are just a few files in there, and those files are within those subfolders. So then underneath this folders category, you can see we have the files category. So this is in your main directory. So all of these files down here are in your main directory. So if anybody shares something with you on Google Drive, or if you just upload something to Google Drive, this is where it will show up, but it's not in a particular folder. So to show you how to do that from scratch, when you get to your Google Drive homepage, this is what you'll be presented with, and this will be your main home directory. You'll see this over here, this new button. If you click on that, anything that you decide to create in here, you can see we have new folder. This is to upload, and then you can see we have Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms, etc. These will all create new documents or folders within your main home directory. So that's what we want to do. We're going to go ahead and click this, and we're just going to call it CDA PP folder 2. And you can see it shows up under the folders tab. Now, this is going to be your main folder. Once you click on this, you're going to come in here, and now you are in your PP folder directory. So anything that you click on now from this new tab will show up within this main folder. It won't show up in your home directory. So you can either click on this new tab and click new folder, and we can just do A. And you'll see that this shows up in the folders section of your main folder. So this is a subfolder A. Additionally, you can also right click. If you right click within the folder, you'll see that same thing pops up. You can create a new folder, call it B, etc., etc. So that is how you create your main folders and your subfolders, and that will all appear in here. To get to your main directory, you always just want to click My Drive, and that will bring you to this home page right here. Now, let's show you how to upload and drop files into those folders. So as I said before, you have your three categories: your suggested, your folders, and your files. And you can see we just have some loose files here. We have a high school fact sheet, we have a mock progress report, we have a music file. And with these different things, let's say you want to find them their proper space. Now, if we wanted to move this fact sheets into folder A, we would click on it and hold, and you can see now we can move it around, and I would hover over the folder that I want to place it in, and it will automatically move to that folder. Now, when I click in here, you can see once again, you have the folders category and the files category, and we can go ahead and drag that into folder A. And now we can see that it is within folder A. That's one way to do it. A much easier way that might be better for you once you start having multiple files and multiple things that you have to move within different folders. Once again, you can right click on the file, and you can see this right here where it says move to. You can click on that, and it will bring up your directory in more of a streamlined manner. So you can see we have the home directory, my drive. Then you can go to your main folder, which says CDA PP folder. You can click on that. Then you can click on, let's put it in folder B this time. We can click on folder B, and then we can click move, and we can move that. Now it has been moved to folder B. If I go on there, we will see that it's now in folder B. So you can do this either by dragging, or you can right click and you can use the move to function, and that will show you how to do it, which might be easier for you once you get further along in the process of your portfolio. So that is how you move files into a main folder or a subfolder. Now let's see how to upload files. If you wanted to upload files, what you could do is either you could click new right here and you'll see file upload or folder upload. And if we click file upload, it will bring up your main directory, and we can double click that. And we can see on the right side, it's been uploaded. And now we can see that that showed up in our files directory. And this is going to happen where whichever location you are in your directory is where that file is going to upload. So now that we are in our main folder, if we wanted to upload another file, we could click file upload once again. It will bring that up. If I decide to put in this other file, we can see that it uploads directly into the main CDA PP folder. Additionally, if you wanted to upload something directly into your subfolder, you could either right click and then you'll see this file upload, or you could go over to this new tab and you'll see the file upload. That is how you upload files into either your main home directory, your main folder, whichever one of your subfolders that you might need to, and they'll find their respective place based on where you want them. And the final thing, which is very important on knowing the nuances of, is sharing your Google Drive, either files or folders, with other people. So let's say, for example, you wanted to share a lesson, or you wanted to share this fact sheet with somebody. You could right click on this file, and you see how this share pops up. You would click on share. And when you click on share, you can see people with access. This is us right here. This is the example. So this is the only person who has access at the moment. When you see general access, you have some options: restricted or anyone with link. You should keep it at restricted so that only people with access can open the link. If you were to change it to anyone with link, anybody who had the link could access that, and that is not what you would want. So let's say we go ahead and put in an email in there. Once you put in that email, you can put in multiple emails, and you can decide whether you want them to edit. If you click editor, that means that they will have the ability to edit whatever file it is that you're sharing with them. So if you have an assignment, or if you have a Word document or anything that you want them to be able to put their input on, or you want them to be able to edit, you would keep it at editor. If you only wanted them to be able to view the file, for example, this is a PDF file, we wouldn't want anyone being able to edit it, only to read it, we would click on viewer. And that means that they would only be able to view the file. They would not be able to make any changes. Now, the main thing is you want to always make sure that notify people is checked. That means that they will get an email letting them know that you have shared a file with them. And you can also include a message if you would like. You can say something like, "This is your fact sheet." And when you click send, it will send them an email letting them know that that has been shared with them, along with the message that you sent. Now, that's how you do it for a specific file. It is the same concept with a folder. Let's say you wanted to share one of your subfolders with somebody. You would click on the folder, you would right click on the folder, and then you can see share once again. It would be the same process. You could put that in there. You could choose whether you wanted them to be a viewer or an editor. And you can see down under here, if you're sharing a folder with somebody and you make them an editor, it gives them the ability to organize, add, and edit files within that folder. So make sure that you know whether you want that person to be able to edit or only view whatever it is that you're sharing with them. That's very important. So for example, let's say we just want this person to be able to view this folder. We don't want them messing around with any of the contents of our folder. So we can say this and we can put in a message, can you check my folder for me? And then you would click send. It would send them an email along with that message. And then you can see how that little person started to show up on that folder icon. That now is showing that they have access, and you can see that up here that it's shared. And if I click on that, it will show all of the people with access. And with that, you can also remove access from people that you share these folders and these files with. And to do that within the folder, you would just click on that people icon. Then you would go down to where you allowed them to be a viewer or an editor, and you would click remove access. And now you can see that they're no longer have access to this folder, and they would not be able to view it any longer. Same concept with a Word document, a PDF, an Excel sheet. It would all be the same thing. Just to demonstrate that for a little bit, I'll go into a mock progress report with this Excel sheet. We would go ahead and we would click on share. If you wanted to do it within the file, you would have a share button right there. Then once again, same process, put in the name of who you want it to be. We'll make them an editor this time, and then we'll say, can you review this progress report? And you don't have to put the message. If you want to say something to them, if there are any instructions, then you can put that. It's not required, but I always recommend that you put notify people that make sure that it's checked, so that way they are getting an email to let them know that you have shared something with them and it doesn't just slip by them. And you would do that, and it would be shared with them as well. And that is how you would navigate your professional portfolio on Google Drive. This is how you would organize your main folders and your subfolders, upload and drop files, along with sharing with others.
Thank you, Kelly. Before you stop sharing your screen, you're amazing. And I want to thank all of the viewers who already know how to do this. And thank you for sitting here with us, because everyone doesn't. And sometimes people's portfolio items can get deleted because they did make someone editor. But this makes it easy for you to implement the program. Before Caleb stops sharing the screen, I want to the transfer ownership is important because it is the month of February right now. If you have students who are graduating in May and they have not had their visit, it's going to, in their portfolio is on their email for the school system. It's going to be important for them to transfer ownership to their personal Gmail so that they can, it can be viewed when they graduate. So if you'll show transfer ownership, and then we'll move on.
Of course. So going back to that, let's say that we shared this folder, and now this person has access to this folder. What we would do is we would go in here, we would click on that shared icon, and we would click on transfer ownership. And then once, what we can see right here, that this person hasn't accepted their ownership. So right now we'll be the owner of it, but we can send this invitation, and this would send our ownership of this folder to the person that we are sharing it to. So like Dr. Bisa said, if you have them on a student email or an account where they will not have access to it in the near future, you can share that folder, that drive, you can share whatever it is that you need to share with a personal email. And once you share it with that personal email, you can then transfer ownership to that personal email and accept that invitation. And then that would mitigate, or that would eliminate the possibility of it getting lost once they graduate.
Thank you so much, Caleb. You guys give him a virtual hand clap. Wanted you guys to have that so you can replay it and replay it and replay it when you get the recording. And also, this is something you can have the students work on in groups. I promise you, when it comes to technology, sometimes it's smarter than us. So they haven't been born in a time when there wasn't technology. So you can have groups where they can actually teach each other how to do that. So as we do with young children as well. So a little role playing for you. Yes. Hi, Caleb.